Hey guys, Brickset here, and welcome to my top 10 minifigs of 2020. Woo! If you missed my list of old sets I got this year, you can watch that right one of these two. And let's just get right into it. So here we have number 10. Just kidding, that's me. Number 10 is the blue Mandalorian from the Mandalorian Battle Pack. Now, I wanted to put this guy on my list because I really liked all of the Mandalorian minifigures, and I love the dark azure on this guy. Probably would be higher on the list, but the blaster, just being a normal stud shooter, is kind of garbage. It's just not that exciting, and also the blank head. But the printing looks awesome, so there you go. Blue Mandalorian, number 10. Number 9, we have Yoshi, and yes, Brickset considers Yoshi and all the Mario characters a minifig, and I guess that makes sense because that entire theme is based off of buildable characters. So this is a minifig, don't at me. But yeah, I love this build, and there's no action tile on it because the action tile is kind of on the ground next to Yoshi, and because of that, you're just left with like a really good looking sort of display model. And I think that Yoshi at this scale, they really sort of captures his look, but using not too many specialized pieces, which is nice. He would be higher on the list if Mario could actually ride him, but there's literally nowhere for that. It wouldn't work out. But still a great figure and a really fun sort of desk ornament display piece. Coming in at number 8, we have Richie from the Rat Pack in Ninjago Season 12 Prime Empire. And part of the reason I put him on here is just look at this guy. Like, you got the little surfboard, hoverboard thing, which is just awesome. And then you got this epic video game controller piece. And then these pieces, which have like there's a texture in there. And you got the orange swords, and you got this little life meter, and of course the Nauticon, the genie hairpiece, and then this weird molded head. Like, there's just a lot going on here. And then the prints are awesome too. Like, you got the little skull here and this little sort of vial thing. So I mean, even without all of his accessories, still a great figure in my opinion, and one that definitely can make the top 10 list. Next up, we have another Prime Empire fig, being Scott, who's a new character, the original Prime Empire player. And I love the look of this guy. I love the off blue for his skin, and I love the hair hat combo being reused from Hidden Side, but it looks really good. And I love the little bandana he has, so he almost has that ninja look. Really cool torso that you could use outside of this just by swapping out the hands, and even the pants would also work for that. It's got that double-sided face there and some more back printing as well. And yeah, it's a really cool figure. Up next we have Big Bird, and yeah, you knew there'd be some Sesame Street characters on here. But Big Bird, I'm so glad that LEGO went with molded pieces for these guys. I don't think it would have worked any other way. And I think it's really cool that they were able to implement an old piece, being the chicken suit guy's wings in yellow for his hands. So his torso is not actually a new piece, new colors, but not a new piece. The printing on the legs looks super good, wrapping around the sides, and then you got the little roller skates at the bottom, which are nice. But even without those, it's still really great. And then this piece, just wow, it captures the character so well. Even though this is rubber and this is plastic, it works really well together, I think. So I love how this came out, and I think it's a really successful translation of the character in LEGO. At number 5, we have Superstar Rockin' J, or Avatar J. You got this nice guitar piece in that dark azure color that I'm obsessed with, and then you got some awesome torso prints there, and the little bandana, and then Jay's hairpiece in white. Completely unexpected, but I love it. And his alternate face is just amazing. All of the Avatar characters that came in the pods are really fun, but I think that Jay is definitely the best one here. And I mean, just look at him. It's beautiful. At number 4, we have Mario, another character that Brickset does consider this to be a minifigure, so it's technically allowed on my list. I mean, what other minifigure has buttons? Like, you can turn it on, which is kind of funny. And it obviously you you're all familiar with Lego Mario at this point, but Lego Nintendo came together and they created this, which is something really unique and really special. I would love for minifigure scale Mario and Nintendo sets, but in the meantime, this is really great. And it's also built on a platform that's pretty customizable with the power-up packs, so that element of it is really cool as well, even if it is quite annoying, and when it's turned off, it's kind of creepy. Up next, we have George Weasley in number 3, and I don't know, this figure just looks so good. All of the colors mixed together, it's so appealing. Like, I think it looks better in person than it does on camera, but it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. And then you've got the Marauders matte print, which is one of my favorite aspects of the Harry Potter movies, and I don't know, just the torso and the legs line up really well, and I think it's sort of the unbuttoned shirt that makes George better than Fred, even though they're very similar. And then you got some a back face print and some back printing as well. Also the dual molded legs. It works so well, in my opinion. So 2020 has been a really good year for getting figures that personally I've wanted for a very long time. And for that reason, my number 1 and number 2 spots, I keep going back and forth between them, but at the end of the day, I just have to make a decision. So number 2 goes to Pink Zane. Okay, so this figure is amazing. I love that it looks pretty much just like a color swap. The torso and the pants, they look like a color swap of the original Zane figure from 2011, although just in pink now, which means that the torso is super show accurate. Of course, the head is the new Zane head from the redesigns. That's really easy to swap out and put on the original Zane head that he would actually have. Also, the back printing is actually not something that we had back in 2011, but like that's what it would have looked like. So that's just really, really cool from a continuity perspective. And yeah, you just throw the old Zane face in there and you have like a 100% accurate Pink Zane minifigure. And I love this so much. It's really cool to see Lego give the fans figures that they have been asking for. And I hope that this trend continues, maybe in a CMF series. So, Pink Zane, definitely one of the best minifigures we've had all year, but it's not my number 1. If they included the original face, maybe this would have made number 1, but I had to put it at number 2, because for as long as I've wanted this minifigure, there's one character that I've wanted in minifigure form for an even longer time. So, the best minifigure of 2020 is, of course, Elmo. I love all the details they included in the Sesame Street set, getting this minifigure head with his goldfish in it. The molded head is great, and while the black printing doesn't go all the way up, it's definitely, it's still really good in my opinion, and just the sort of the transition between the colors around the nose and the eyes looks really good, and I love the molded fur in the back of his head. The torso and pants obviously are very plain, but I think that works really well. If they did try to print on fur or something on the torso, I think it would have been really easy for it to look awkward. So I'm just kind of glad that they didn't try and that they kept it simple. So my pick for the best minifigure of 2020 is Elmo. So that is my list for the top 10 minifigures of 2020. Let me know, do you agree, do you disagree? Are there any that I didn't include? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to tap that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.